Injustice. Top lawyer drops bombshell, reveals what will happen if Peter Obi heads to Supreme Court against Tinubu's victory. Can you imagine? So yeah, it's injustice that has been served by the appeal court and the tribunal. That is not justice, it's absolute injustice. And so both Tinubu and both Atiku and Obi have the right and the privilege to proceed to the Supreme Court for further redress. Exactly. They can move on to the next level. A legal practitioner, Mr. James Ezike, has expressed his disappointment and frustration over the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal that affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the 2023 election. Ezike, who spoke to Arise News on Thursday, said that the tribunal failed to deliver justice for the people and that there was no hope in appealing to the Supreme Court. Exactly. So, because the truth of the matter is that those people there are the same. The 13 Supreme Court justices that we have seen so far have history of working for APC, and they are still there, and they are going to work for Tinubu. It's money. Tinubu pays like white. He's going to pay heavily. And who is the number one there? The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, is going to work for his boss, Tinubu. Ah, man, it's going to be a very terrible one. He said that one of the weakest points of the judgment was the tribunal's finding on the Federal Capital Territory, which it treated as a state. He said that this was contrary to the Constitution, which does not give FCT the same status as a state. He said that if FCT were a state, it would have had its own House of Assembly and 3 senators, but it does not. He also said that he was suspicious of Tinubu's trip to India on the eve of the judgment, which he said showed that he was confident of the outcome. He said that this raised questions about the integrity of the tribunal members and their independence. Ezike also criticized the tribunal for dismissing the issue of the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System (BVS), which was supposed to be used by the INEC to transmit results from polling units. He said that INEC announced before the election that it would use BVS, but later changed its mind and refused to make use of it. He said that this was fraudulent and deprived Obi of his rightful votes. He said that the main point of Obi's petition was that the election was rigged and that the Tinubu did not win fairly. He said that he expected the tribunal to order a fresh election because the foundation of the election was wrong. He said it was not a matter of who got more votes, but whether the votes were valid and credible. Exactly. So he said that he had lost faith in the judiciary when it comes to election matters. He said that the judiciary had failed to deliver for the people and to uphold democracy. He said that he did not see any hope in taking the case to Supreme Court because most of the judges there were not impartial or competent. Okay. He also said he would only be surprised if there was a change in the verdict at the Apex Court. There won't be any change yet. Okay, he urged Nigerians to remain peaceful and law-abiding, but also to demand for electoral reforms and accountability from their leaders. He said Nigeria deserved better than what it got in 2023. Now, exactly, Nigeria deserved better than what it got in 2023. We all know that. We all know that. Nigeria deserves better. Okay? Nigeria deserves better. Nigeria deserves better. That's the truth. But unfortunately, who are the people in the Supreme Court? All of these people that we've seen in the appeal court, the 5-man panel, they have collected money. That is the truth. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria has drifted into this abysm. It's a terrible one. Somebody is telling Obi here, go and hire the lawyers in South Africa to win your case in Supreme Court. Okay? These people know nothing. Ezike is one of the Obi's loyalists, a lawyer who failed to prepare themselves for this vital case, but Obi lawyers became baby lawyers in appeal court. Can you imagine? You who claim to be sound And somebody is saying that the lawyers will be lawyers lack superiority. Igbos are not sound in law except commerce. So you who claim to be sound in law is making a caricature of the same law by applying it wrongly. I mean, Nigeria is a scam. Nobody is expecting anything better. Okay, it's quite unfortunate, and that is true. Somebody said the idiots have been settled by the drug baron, but it is a matter of time. Exactly. All these people have been settled by their master. But it's a matter of time, like I said earlier, the country is sitting on the gunpowder, and very soon we will know where we are. That is the truth. Very soon we will know where we are. We will know where we are. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria has slided to a new low in election matters. Someone say nothing will happen. We all know that at the Supreme Court nothing will happen. We've seen the people there. We've seen their pedigree, summary of their antecedent, and we've seen who they're working for. We've also seen who the president is. The same way he influenced the appeal court and the tribunal is the same way he will influence the Supreme Court. All those people, starting from the number one justice of the federation, is working for him. So nothing is going to happen. Let's not say it like when we get there, we'll get justice. We'll not get justice. I think Peter B is just getting to that level to have it documented that he followed through to that level, okay, for future reference. If not, there's nothing that will come out of that. We are not expecting anything different at all. Because even those judges or those justices of the Supreme Court, there's no way they wouldn't have been part of people that wrote this judgment that this puppet came to read for us as judgment on Wednesday. Okay? It's quite unfortunate. Somebody say if taking the matter to Supreme Court will make the equation balance, will be I support you. It's not going to make anything balanced. It's just going to be on record that you pursue the case to the end. That is it. Nothing is going to happen. It's quite unfortunate. It is good to go to Supreme Court to further confirm that our judiciary is uselessly compromised. Don't discourage him. He has his right. Exactly. He has a right. So let him go to Supreme Court so that at the Supreme Court, that is the apex court, and that at that point we can establish that the entire Nigerian judiciary is finished and is useless. That is it. Let him go to the Supreme Court. I will not discourage him. He shouldn't be discouraged. Let him go to Supreme Court. Let him go to Supreme Court. Somebody failed to deliver justice to which people? How many are the people making noise on social media? Can you imagine? You talk about social media. Everybody is social media. Even you that's commenting is commenting on social media. So why are you talking about social media? Because they went and did all the mago they did. It's quite unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate that Nigeria is in this mess. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.